saying is pretty true.
Yeah.
Again, with kind of DRX having to shift around roles, I was just going to talk about who's going to be playing what here. Because normally you have flashback on that Viper, right? And now he's got to go to the Killjoy.
Stax is playing Sova.
Yes. Yeah, see, I don't know the last time I saw Stax play Sova. I thought Foxy might be playing the Sova potentially, and Stax would be playing the KO.
Stax has opted to pick up Sova, and we get Foxy 9 on KO. This is absolutely intriguing. It's a mirror matchup, but one that we didn't really expect and one that we were not used to seeing. Buzz versus Cryo on the Jet, though. That is going to be, I mean, that was the most expected thing that we were going to have in this composition, and that's the thing that I am looking forward to the most, because when you get operators into these guys' hands, when they have those blade storms available, they can take over. So I cannot wait to zoom in on those two, see how they are doing in that, first kill for their team value, how that's going to be racking up for them, who's going to be able to come out on top of that, but also Stax, how many lineups have you been able to learn, buddy?
Yeah, well, he played it once, this off season, yeah.
Okay.
Because they tried Yoru on this map the last time at 10, and so it's like, obviously this is very different. You're also shifting Foxy off of the duelist role back over to Buzz. So again, Derek kind of, trying to see what they can do with this lineup.
All right, well, it's very much back against the wall time for 100 Thieves here. Can they bounce back and take this to a 3-match series? We all want more Valorant, that's for sure. But DRX are going to be looking to get this done here and now and meet Fnatic in our semis. Achilles, paper thin, lead us through it.
All righty, well, 2 Sheriffs here for the side of 100 Thieves, and Asana putting a ghost to good use. His flashback does get taken down. The 4 remaining members of DRX now flooding their way in towards this A site with very little opposition waiting for them. Waiting for that rotation to come around the backside. Stax pulling off of the angle. Not looking at Gelato anymore. Doesn't have a recon here for 6 seconds and doesn't have any other util, just the classic in hand. 0 point goes out. He's going to push up into the smoke, does take a shot, right click over, able to find one. Couple straight bullets to make a connection. He's knocked down to 24 HP and not much more would finish him off. He's actually going to swing out of the smoke and then gets found. Mako in the meantime taken down. Foxy 9 getting shot at from behind. Buzz in hell with that frenzy. The last one standing in a 1v2. Hold in onto that spike, looking for the defuse, but EU will assist it as he gets the final headshot to give 100 Thieves the pistol round win.
Great stuff here from 100 Thieves to start the map once again. Looking really well drilled, getting that flash and peek play. It wasn't a flash and dash, all they needed is just the flash and peek into the tiles area, called the bell tower. And then, Stax does a nice little job here to sneak into Mako's smoke, cause some havoc, but eventually he can't really dip out, too far. And then, yeah, well, and then they flank around, and what are you going to do? They're coming from a couple different angles. Buzz trying to do what he can from hell. Foxy doing the best he can on Jen, but now they're just, whoa, okay, Buzz.
Okay, swing the corner, Classics. Hoping to take down the Bulldog. Asana will be able to find one, and then Mako cleaning up Asana. Carl has to rotate over, grab this gun. Still, one can be recovered. They work their way over towards Wine. EU in the meantime, though, holding down mid. Does find flashback, doesn't take any damage for his troubles. Gun does get picked up now into the hands of Buzz.
Yeah, and just a strong push towards A main from DRX, just profits eventually. Takes a little while to get there. 100 Thieves doing the best they can. Got to be real careful here. Well, now you know that player's up there, and Buzz just looking for the repeats, trying to keep some attention. But eventually, Smoke's paranoias are there. Can make a move here as DRX, but this long flank from EU is going to get real dangerous potentially. I mean, they're somewhat aware of it at times, but just Stack's going to be watching this direction with a Sheriff.
I mean, he's got a recon, but I think he wants to save it for the site itself. Maybe send it over towards tree, but they're taking their time, really running the clock here, but there's no ambiguity
left.
Because he is behind. He knows that they haven't rotated out,
yeah.
So all of 100 Thieves can just stay sat around this A site.
Smoke door, dart into hell to check it. Yep. Pretty clean stuff. Nature's up there. That's Buzz's job to make sure, but here comes that flank.
Push him back. Cryo with a spam before the door can shut. Absolutely gorgeous. Finds Stax. The knife at the ready. Surely he wouldn't.
Oh, come on.
Oh, surely he wouldn't go for it.
Do it.
Swings onto the corner, finds one, and now Buzz. No time to react as Cryo is out in front of him. 2 members lost, but the round 1, 100 Thieves move up 2-0.
Oh, I wanted the knife. I really did. Oh well. Still really good stuff, again, from 100 Thieves. Good patience and good recovery after kind of a rough start. Losing a couple players, making sure that the best that DRX can get out of that is that one Bulldog, and it doesn't really ever get much value out of Buzz because Nature extremely patient up on Heaven, never over peaking, never over aggressing, never doing, trying to challenge Buzz. I'm sure it's in his head after what they saw at the end of that map that they don't want to give Buzz any opportunities to get heated up here on Ascent early. And I see a clock not moving.
Seems like nice and early. A tactical timeout going to be called. I'll wait for further word to confirm which side it's going to be on, but you would think, perhaps just DRX calling it. Oh,
yeah.
It's a tech pause, actually. Never mind. There we go.
Okay.
All right, so hopefully just a minor issue. Something over here on the DRX camp. As it seems like maybe just a minor issue here. I want the admins out onto the stage to get this taken care of, and hopefully it'll be a pretty quick one.
Yeah, hopefully just something simple. It's Foxy taking a look over there. But yeah, again, nice start for 100 Thieves. It's just, can they string that into further success as the map wears on? As DRX really started to adjust very nicely. But again, DRX running a different comp than the last time we saw on Ascent. And it seems like this has been potentially at times a bit of a struggle for them to kind of get on the same page, but this is their attacker side on Ascent, usually the side of the map that they like, as in this region, I should say. Now versus other teams at international events, it does kind of flip for them. They play a lot better typically on the defender side. So kind of curious to see if that's going to be the MO here. We've seen it, against Cloud9 in the past and stuff, right? A couple years ago at Champs where 10-2 start for Cloud9 and DRX is at least able to put up a fight once they switch to the other side of the map. Things like that can happen. But again, with DRX kind of shuffling these roles around once again, tricky to kind of get everybody on the same page, get everything working together, making sure all of your flanks are covered, all of your util is in the correct spot. Everybody doing their job, but plenty of DRX fans here. Plenty.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking to the DRX staff, and I said, how's the merch? Because all the teams have merch stands right outside of the main doors of the venue. You can go out there and get yourself some nice stuff. And I asked DRX, I'm like, how's it going? You guys, I saw there was a big line out here, for all the teams. And they said, we sold out all of our jerseys in less than 2 hours. And they brought a lot.
Yeah, well, that's very fortunate for them. Sure the other teams also.
I'm sure everybody sold. DRX, I think, is just like, well, they're already sold out of everything they brought.
There's probably multiple teams that have now gotten rid of all of them, and hopefully they have some more.
Tons of C9 fans.
Even more fans that are going to be coming in here tomorrow for those finals. Flashback going to get pinged there by that Drunks around the corner. Swing in. Wow. Nature wanting to capitalize, but Flashback does manage to win it out. Put some damage down auto. M56 remaining there for DRX's Killjoy. Shock Dart looking to sort of bounce that in, find some damage. They push up in front of it and do not get punished.
It's a good attempt there, though, by Nature. A good play off of that combo with EU's utility and set himself up for a potential really good play. It's just a quick shot there from Flashback to find the headshot with the Vandal. Otherwise, he probably could have gotten a kill. And you'll take those on the bonuses. Guardians, couple Sheriffs. And now they're reading the rotations here really, really nicely. There's been no attention towards market, towards mid.
A good back away, though. They avoid the 0 point.
Yep.
But they're about to know that they have chosen wisely pretty damn soon here as the flash goes up over the top. Buzz going to be dashing forward, trying to see what he can spot. Back sight is Bang. Sheriff in hand, Mo down there on Asana and Cryo. Bang did get one as a parting gift. Mako managing to fell the enemy Omen. Guardian in hand, EU the last one standing. Low HP bars on 3 players. Mako only with 3 health. Some damage certainly can be dealt, even with those shock darts. That one shock dart, I should say, that he has.
Yeah, looking like look, you hit a couple crisp Guardian shots, and all of a sudden, this round is very different.
He can get rid of Stacks. Okay, I was going to say, he's definitely in for it, but Stacks will be able to get the headshot at the very end of it all, and the bonus round will go the way of DRX.
Yeah, Stacks, the player with the most health there, going to be the one to take first contact very wisely, very nicely. Another thing I want to talk about with Buzz, I know we've been very high on him so far today, and obviously it's because he's playing quite well, but you know, you look at some of the advanced metrics of entry stats, like their ability to get traded off of, the success of getting to the site and getting plans behind it, things like that. Buzz is right up there with the best of the best in the world when it comes to duelists. Durka, it's him and Durka basically at the two of the top players that are at this event. They really, Buzz does such a good job. Even though he doesn't get any kills there, he keeps the team completely pinned down, doesn't overexpose himself, doesn't really give Bang an opportunity to do a ton of damage. Buzz just, you know, so smart, so cagey with his movement to do his job. Yeah, he doesn't get any kills in there, but he sets up his team so nicely, and it's not going to show up in the stat board in terms of assists or anything like that.
Drone forward, not spotting much of anything there. Cryo hanging back just long enough for it to expire. Keeps the operator hidden, but the DRX at this point should have a pretty decent idea, just given the economic status, that he's going to be bringing that one into this round.
Let's see how good Foxy's KO practice has been. It's going to be important here. Try to break the sight lines of Cryo with a flash. I don't think a fragment will quite do it. Buzz going to be right there. Could smoke it off here, or the Paranoia maybe.
Mako sending Paranoia. Oh, but Cryo, before it hits, Buzz swings in far too early. Gets taken down. A fantastic shot. Peel away. The spike now being brought up in towards heaven. Another shot from Cryo, playing around Gent. Gets stacks. Pop flash going to be sent down. Lurking within the smoke now is Cryo. Swings out, looks forward, finds himself a third. Eventually will fall flashback, finding the elimination, but now has to recover and plant this spike, but he will not be able to survive, nor will Mako. 3 members left standing. The operator going to be recovered. 100 Thieves not allowing for DRX to string a second round together.
Just beautiful stuff here from Cryo. The escapes are amazing. Gets the shot, like you mentioned, Buzz just a step ahead of where he needed to be. So a little bit of an off timing there from DRX. Just kind of pre-firing a little bit maybe as well from Cryo, but still getting into that smoke. Really nicely done. Keep himself safe and set him up for that third kill. That's great positioning, great effort from Cryo, who looked so good on the Jet yesterday. Continues to look sensational. Buzz is just gonna go.
Yeah, he's just trying to go up and over, and he managing to find one. Somehow
Wow.
survives. Nature tucked in against Switch. Finds one, tries to get the adjustment. Stack swinging out with that Guardian. Will be able to take him down, but now needs to hide as Cryo has the knives pulled.
Spike planted.
Smoke still there. Spike now planted. Stacks pulls back into B main. They thought maybe he was still going to be over at Lumber, so they sent out the fragment. No, now that he has displaced.
Still a couple flashes and a Paranoia to work with for 100 Thieves.
29 HP on Buzz Foxy as well, tagged up just a bit. Stacks waiting for his moment. Here's them starting to move forward. 0 point set. Not going to get caught, and they want to try to break this position, but no, in fact, it's not going to happen. Now he can just swing out for free, get the headshot, and somehow, some way, Buzz survives the whole round, doesn't die after the entry, gets himself an operator, and DRX get themselves a second round win.
Oh, you gotta love this Jet duel we've got going on here. Buzz 1 round coming up big. The round before that, Cryo huge with the operator. And now Buzz steals the operator. This play here, the flash over, of course, really nicely thrown by Foxy. Great utility, great setup, and a great call here by DRX to change the pace, to push the pace, to try to take advantage of maybe 100 Thieves kind of just relaxing a little bit too much with their economic advantage. And Buzz is indeed going to keep that operator. And now, well, Cryo.
The dart goes in, catches them by surprise. They're distracted by it, and Mako just swings out, finding 2. EU will be able to hit down Stacks, however. Finding an elimination with the Hunter's Fury. Now, Knives going to be popped. Dart has connected. Bang, pushing forward. Just trying to play off the timing. Does manage to find an elimination here.
Oh.
As the darts come flying through. Foxy 9 going to be taken low. Oh, okay. A little bit too much of an adjustment there from Buzz with the off shot. Ends up whiffing that one. Push onto the corner. EU up over the top now. Taken down. Buzz on the hunt. Trying to find him, and he will be able to get him in the end. So the op shot, not quite as accurate, but the knives still looking good. DRX now tie at 3-3.
Yeah, you probably lose an extra player there. More than you would have wanted as DRX, but at the end of the day, you recover and you win the round. So Buzz, just, you know, he just pulled off of that option, or was thinking about pulling off of that op shot just a moment before they came down. So it broke his crosshairs enough that he wasn't able to recover, had to swap over to the knives, and then you know, Foxy's stuck in a really bad spot, no fault of his own. Gets hit by some great shock darts, some great util usage from EU on that round. Finding the Hunter's Fury kill, finding that recon dart that set up Bang for the Stinger kill. So really good stuff there from 100 Thieves on that round, where they were also on an economic disadvantage. So even though they don't come through with the win like DRX did 2 rounds ago, really encouraging stuff from 100 Thieves.
Op shot just to take down the turret. 2 ops in play, both in the hands of these Jets. Alarm bot goes off, Buzz just vulnerable. Some counter spray in towards that defender spawn, seeing if they can catch anybody. But yeah, push forward, coming out all the way over towards Gelato here for Bang, now backed up by Asuna.
I mean, I think if you're DRX, like, you just got to dial up some kind of execute on the B, try to make this work, because you've got to realize that you have 0 map control and you're playing with fire, giving up this much space and this much time. You're just allowing them to shift into position.
Sitting into the lobby, they're getting ready to have line of sight here. Paranoia to stop the turret. That's going to be cleared out. Knife going to be a bit too shallow to try to catch them here on the sentry. The Cloudburst comes down. Nature going to be the first line of defense, and he manages to hold for now. Gets the headshot across. Cryo finds another. Nature gets himself 3. And it's into the meat grinder for DRX. 100 Thieves absolutely mince them.
And this is something that plagues DRX sometimes on this map, on their attacker side, where they cede map control and they kind of realize it too late, that they haven't put themselves in a spot where they can kind of wait a little bit longer than they'd like, where they can hold on and try to figure themselves out. Like here, like I said, you've got to start dialing up and execute. And 100 Thieves knows it because of how far pushed out they are, so they can be ready for it. They can be prepared for it. Nature can put himself in a position where he can hide from some of that utility, start knocking people down. You know, as good as Buzz is on the entries, you know, this is a team failure there for DRX in that round. And now they're going to spread the map a little bit more here, take a little bit more control. And look at 100 Thieves. They're already trying to punish this again.
Flashback expecting that there's going to be that forward presence, but does he expect there's going to be 2? Either way, looks like he's happy with 1.
That's nice.
He gets the kill. In the meantime, Cryo pushing all the way forward, out past bench, through the archway, looking to get line of sight into B lobby. Buzz just going to be drifting across, and they miss each other like ships in the night. But there's still potential to catch more.
You should run.
Foxy9 making his way over.
Spike
out into the open. Yep, will be able to take him down. Can be recovered here very quickly by Mako. Can now make his way across. Bang pushing forward. Does manage to find Buzz, but cannot get that lockdown. They just desperately wanted, but the fragment coming through slows up the approach. Nanoswarm going to be popped. Cryo eats a little bit of damage, slides down, gets the shot on the flashback, taking him out. Mako in the side. Cryo, however, is not allowing for anyone to join the party.
30 seconds left.
Wants to go for the swing in. Knows that he's going to be back boats. Mako completely and utterly stuck. Shadows. Worked miracles many times in the past. Looks like now gonna try to go for the plant. The first shot, not gonna connect. TP's closer. Wants to get up on top of him. Now they know. And now he's got to reposition. Quick on his feet. Look for the headshots. Cannot find it. Asuna will take him out. And that's gonna be 100 Thieves now stretching the lead by 2.
Love what the 100 Thieves are doing here in the last couple of rounds. Just putting the pressure on every part of the map, basically, towards DRX. They're pushing out of B main. They're pushing out of tree. They're trying to keep DRX honest, trying to find the weaknesses in the maneuvering, in the positioning of DRX, and it profits big time for Cryo, who's just been absolutely filthy with this operator, and he gets the spike, and that makes things oh so much easier for these rotations, for the identifications of positions, the identification of what DRX is trying to do. They're able to get in the spot now. One whiffed shot onto Mako gives him an opportunity. That's where I was kind of like, oh boy, you gave Mako a chance, but they're still able to recover very nicely.
He hit all the difficult shots, missed the easy one, but it does not matter. They managed to get the round without anybody else getting taken down. So now it looks like we might have a tack timeout for realsies this time.
For realsies?
I hope so. And it is going to be DRX and calling this one. Similar timing, similar score, kind of the one we had seen on the last map was 6-2 instead of a 5-3.
Yeah. And again, you know, this is.
I think I don't remember. Either way,
you're in the ballpark. Was it 6-1, 6-2 when they took it?
It was something like that.
Cryo.
Well,
yeah.
Good. Good Jet.
Jack,
There's my analysis.
I was literally about to say something very similar. It's like cryo good, he op good.
Yep.
But it's the positioning. It's the whole game plan for 100 Thieves that's been really impressive for me in these last couple of rounds, where they've been trying to punish the lack of respect that DRX is paying to the map spacing that they're giving up, and it's identified so well here by 100 Thieves, and they're dodging utility well too. I mean, on that one forced execute onto the B side a couple rounds ago, you know, Nature's able to just tuck himself onto the back stairs and get huge kills for free. There's no utility that lands in him. A lot of teams are going to send like a recon dart back there, or a flash or a fragment or something to clear those stairs, but it isn't done by DRX. So they're able to do their homework very nicely here, 100 Thieves, to kind of find these openings in these excellent util dumps. There. Speaking of openings,
I think Stacks was trying to remember the lineup.
yeah.
Is it that pixel or is it this one? Either way, I just caught with his pants down. He just gets absolutely boomed.
It happens.
Straight on Cryo to just go for the rush play, and he gets very well rewarded for it.
Didn't miss the easy one that time.
No, he did not.
But again,
Stacks gone. That's so much of your information taken away from you.
Right, exactly. And not only that, you've also lost, you've given up map control again. Like that's where he pushed from eventually in the previous round. Ooh, good for it on that one.
Out, not going to get the shot, but no one looks right. Buzz finally does look back. He's out bang. But now they're still at a disadvantage, and Cryo comes up with another one, taking out Mako. Flashback's dead, and it's all on Buzz. Grabs the spike, shuts the door, wants to watch and see if there's going to be the push. The attempt there from the shorty. He swings the corner, almost had a lineup on the two of them. But Nature gets the kill just a bit faster. Only Bang as the casualty here. 100 Thieves firing back this time, not allowing for DRX to get the round win after the tag timeout. But this is when the buy comes through.
Yeah, you got to find a way to shut this operator down as DRX. Cryo's too good with it. Can't give him many more opportunities, or this half could really run away from you very, very quickly with how efficient he's been. So gonna have to find ways. Again, you can't lose stacks early, like you mentioned. Losing that information is obviously difficult, but then it makes it even harder to keep track of Cryo, to keep track of that operator, to keep track of the players in specifics, to know exactly, you know, what situation you're facing in terms of agent compositions on the site. So now DRX going to be slowly but surely, seemingly thinking about basically all utility available, other than Nature's, who has the lockdown, though. Please don't just walk out into this. Okay.
Lockdown, all command, all available here. Foxy does have his own. Looks like he's going to be popping in here off the rip. Buzz smashing forward, anticipating someone up top there. Finds a shot, pushes out of the smoke, but Nature looks to anchor here in hell. Finds one, the push-up, Foxy 9 somehow staying alive, gets the elimination, and Bang's going to be taken down by Mako. Spike now planted. 2 players left here for the side of 100 Thieves. A shock dart sent down. Mako eating quite a bit of damage there. Down to 26 HP. Have a fragment. Also know if you could land it at their feet. Either Mako or Foxy, both would fall to 1 pulse. So the drone's going to come up over the top. Paranoia sent. The dart maybe narrowly missing. Time is dwindling though. And I think they have to realize that, you know, maybe they can take off a couple kills, do some economic damage. That's what they're going to try to do, and EU will be able to find one, but there's no hope of defusing the spike. So the round win will have to go the way of DRX. They just want to try to take as many guns out of their hands as they possibly can. Asuna will give his life for the cause. Doesn't matter though. The team's got plenty of cash, and he gets rid of stacks.
Even though that's not a win in the score line, that's a pretty good round for 100 Thieves, given all things. You know, Buzz just hits a crazy good shot, just gets ahead enough of Cryo. Some good util usage to back him off briefly, but then EU, again, earlier, before this kill he gets that you're seeing here on screen, he pings Foxy 9 and sets Nature up really nicely to be prepared for Foxy 9 swinging around that generator corner. Foxy 9 is just better in that situation, but still, EU's putting his teammates in really good positions to succeed. Then he lands that shock dart into Mako, gets him super weak, finds that last recon dart to get the spot to set him up for that, set himself up for that kill. I'm really, really impressed with the way that EU is piloting this Sova here on this defender side. He has hit some really crucial util for his team, and he's a big part of why they're ahead right now. I mean, him and Cryo, the op, of course, is the obvious thing, but Nature playing really well as this Killjoy as well, really holding down his sights, making it really difficult for DRX to get anything done.
All right, well, it looks like another timeout coming through. The brakes will get pumped. Just 2 more rounds to be played out in this half. A potential for yet another 6-6 scoreline. 100 Thieves want to avoid that. They do not want to allow it to happen yet again. Operator continues to be here in the hands of Cryo. The cash still very well stacked up, so even if he loses it here and it's unrecoverable, they can get themselves another one for the next round. He's got the knives as a backup. Tons of ultimates to make use of. So you have to anticipate that Zix is going to be getting in there, getting into the comms, and talking about what they want to try to combo together coming into these next 2 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure you're not throwing too much stuff at the wall to see what sticks.
Hopefully not. As 100 Thieves, you really would prefer not to. There is the counter to the lockdowns. You have to be a little bit kind of thoughtful with how you're going to use that. You know, if they can find another pick on the stacks early, then certainly it's probably going to come out. But yeah, a lot available here for 100 Thieves. Plenty of money, no matter what, for the next 2 rounds. DRX in kind of an awkward position where they'll have enough to mostly buy, I think, rifles and at least half armors, no matter how this round shakes out. We'll see.
It'll be tight.
It'll be tight.
Okay, alarm bot covered by the cloud burst. Still ends up going off. Buzz doesn't get past it fast enough, so it does end up giving away that position just a bit. There's 1 op shot sent out. Creep up though towards market continuing. Paranoia sent by Mako from mid across into B main. Nature now has the turret set up. It's going to be cleared. TP here from Bang. It's over in wine. Need to start rotating here pretty quickly. Fragment sent out. Khan taking a shot there through the wall. Just spamming, trying to find something. It looks like Wiley
30 seconds left.
just hanging back here for the time being.
DRX trying to quiet up, trying to, they waited out the null command. And now they're going to start using that utility again to try to break this open.
Try to clear somebody off the top. Dropped out Buzz, landing, ends up falling. The Hunter's Fury trying to flush them out of boats. Mako able to find one, but EU is holding the line. Asuna joins in, and now it's all on stacks, and he's got no time. Asuna will finish him off. And that's 7-4, 100 Thieves denying a tied up half.
Just phenomenal timing here on that null command from Asuna to force DRX to pause and rethink. They use Bang's ultimate to double check to make sure that they're still going into the B direction. And then from boats, the Hunter's Fury tries to clear it out, but not quite able to. And EU, been praising the utility, well now you can praise his shooting as well. Takes out Buzz instantly when Buzz is trying to land on the other side of the box. Hits him right in front of the door. And, well, okay.
Well, 1 for 1 as Mako just swings the corner. EU going to be hunting here with his ultimate, but doesn't make any contact. Buzz, paranoid, forced back into the corner over here by Bench. TP down, Bang repositioning, gets himself over in towards his B site. Dart connects on the one, and Nature gets taken down. Bang now, the one trying to hold position. The TP just a bit, spots him, does Buzz, and Bang ends up falling. A 3v2, weapons recovered, pushing this over to his comrades. Spike gets planted by Foxy9. Drone forward, checking, not seeing anything. Asuna approaches through B main. They have a recon, they've got 2 shock darts. Some damage can be dealt before they push the site itself here. Fragment as well can be sent towards boats for now. Just that knife sent out, now the fragment flies. Buzz at 49, Foxy 66, stacks full HP. Trying to hold the line, Buzz with a right click, takes down Asuna. Dash at the ready, the push forward, EU finds one, but Buzz will stay alive. And he will get them the 5th round win in the half. 100 Thieves out in front. That can change very swiftly. They need to win this pistol round.
Yeah, buy coming up a little bit of short of what I thought it could for DRX there. I saw a couple players with 2,000. Buzz with the Blade Storm. They lose Mako early in that trade. Mako kind of going for the ego peek around that corner with the 0 point flying in there. Wins it, but it's instantly taken down. And then Buzz just coming alive with that Blade Storm. Again, the ult that the 100 Thieves are talking about is, you know, people think of game-changing ults. You know, maybe you think of the Viper's Pit, you think of the Showstopper. Well, the Blade Storm is one of those ones that can just take rounds over very, very quickly. Buzz there doing a great job with it, finding a lot of space, finding some kills. He's looking really good on this Jet.
I mean, 100 Thieves were talking about it in their content piece, I believe. They said, oh, what do you think?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Broken?
Yeah.
Yeah, most broken agent. It's Jet.
Jet. What's the most broken alt? Blade Storm.
Well, Buzz hoping to keep them in this one, keep things close. 100 Thieves still in a good position as they get ready to shift over to the attackers. Like we were talking about, you know, widely, when we do go to the internationals, this is one of those maps where we see teams excel on the attacking side from time to time.
Yeah.
DRX on defense, always something on this map that is a cause for concern, but given the changes, how is it going to look? How well oiled will this be? As we've already seen a couple fumbles from Stacks.
Yeah.
But to his chagrin, but much to our amusement as well.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's hard to play an agent, you know, for the first couple times on a stage, especially one that you've never been ever asked to play, because you've had a couple other players who were really, really good at Sova on your roster in Zest and RB. So, you know, for Stacks here, he's kind of having to move on to a new type of idea, a new type of role. And sure, it hasn't looked the best, but you know what? He's got 7 assists. It hasn't been the end of the world. Still the ideas are there, but now we're going to exchange some flashes. And
Foxy looking like he wanted to swing that corner. Sheriff shots from Buzz, not connecting, and he gets taken down 3 HP. Cryo on the entry, turns over towards Sword, finds Foxy 9. Mako able to take him out, but outbang gets Buzz. Mako with a second, Asuna low. Mako taking a moment, 73 HP, sees them pushing up towards him. The right clicks down, gonna start becoming deadly, but he's gonna whip them. Asuna finds the kill, now EU gets one as well. Flashback, the last one standing. Breaks the window, wants to break the door. Nature waiting for him just around that corner. Turret set up, breaks it. The turret will instantly be dealt with. Asuna, the only relatively easy kill that he could try to find, but he won't find any of them. Pistol round once again goes to 100 Thieves as they now move up 8-5.
yeah, Red Buzz is positioning really well there. Up in that top corner, just basically knocked him out of the fight. And Mako trying to do what he can here early. Some good shots with the classic, but whiffy with the right clicks costs him. You know, it feels like in those situations you start feeling like Mako should be able to save the day for DRX, but this time around not going to be the case. Just too strong of a push there from 100 Thieves, who continue to have a good read on DRX on these pistol rounds, have a good read kind of how their opponents want to set up and stack up.
One suppressed.
And you're only getting one spotting, but on a Jet, you're going to suspect that there's probably a few others behind this, so they're going to try to set up underneath.
He's got a Vandal.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite interesting.
A lot of firepower here. There's the pop flash from Cryo up over the top, unaffected, mows him down. 3 quick kills. And Stacks desperately tries to scramble his way over to the site, but again, it's just the classics in hand here for DRX. 100 Thieves looking to move up to 9 rounds in a flawless fashion.
One enemy remaining.
Flashback, having to check over towards bench to see if anyone pushed up into mid. Ends up getting taken out, and yep, flawless will come through indeed. A fantastic follow-up here from 100 Thieves. DRX trying to get the setup, trying to get the catch, but it's them who got caught.
Yeah, exactly. I think they thought that they could just try like a flash play right around the corner. Did not take into account the fact that Cryo was going to be up on top of the wall in the smoke, or decided to ignore it and just see if they can make, you know, get a kill or two on the other side of it. But with that Vandal up there and with the accuracy that Cryo has, not going to be allowed. And very nicely done. Very nicely done by 100 Thieves. That's a lot of ult charges almost to the Blade Storm. Cryo 3 away already with the pop-off he's been having here on their attacker side. But now, very important round for this map for DRX. They're going to keep us from going to a third map, but a great
Cryo
paranoia. Ooh.
on the hunt, but Foxy9 to cover. He's playing out of main. We'll clear out the drone after a cute little peek, and as he swings back through, Asuna, he's there with the setup, and he's able to take him down. Buzz has to dash away to keep himself alive. Push forward, Asuna still managing to close the gap, finds him. Quick snapshot there from Mako, but then it's just as swiftly dealt with by nature.
Snappy right now. DRX
Three.
a little off.
Armbot taken down, flashback needing to break the door. Stacks with just one recon, one shock dart. Setup.
Last player standing.
Down and flashback. Unable to stabilize the aim. He puts nature to 3. Third first has to be dealt with. It's all on the IGL. Start with clear position. Nature somehow getting away from that one with his life. Stacks. Does he just give it up? Does he just save the Vandal? Looks like the decision is going to be yes. Starts backing away. No, 3 peeks and dies. Asuna will find himself 3 in the round. Now just 1 away from having that no command. And 100 Thieves get up to double digits.
Yeah, looking really darn good with the bonus win. 400 Thieves. DRX a little bit out of sorts. Just everybody kind of off balance and not able to really find their shots, find their timings. Stacks there still at a shock dart he could have invested to maybe try to clear back gen there or try to clear underneath sight, something like that. Or at least do a little bit of extra damage. Instead, just kind of doesn't quite register. Sometimes that happens. Now DRX onto the Sheriffs once again. It feels like if it's going to start somewhere, might need to start here for DRX. If they're going to swing this one back, rack up. Yeah.
Call is just going to be, shift damn near everybody over.
Yep.
Flashback, hovering in B lobby here at the moment. He plays tucked in. He does have that turret to take contact that he can swing off of. Buzz now trying to go on a bit of a walk and see what he can find, but so far not going to be spotting much of anything. Orb gets taken here. Looks like Spike going to be retrieved, and sights starting to get turned here over towards mid. Oh, dinks him! And nature is very much the same to Buzz. The Vandal will kill. Cryo will be at 5 HP. That does hurt his entry power, but given the firepower that 100 Thieves find in their hands, I don't know if they're going to be overly concerned about it.
Rechecking mid, now getting set up for the A hit. Stacks is going to make his way over there. Flashback trying to push in that direction as well.
Paranoia comes out before that dart flies. Flashback does find nature. Mako tries to reposition, but he can't quite line it up.
30 seconds left.
Any ounce of damage would have been enough. Stacks now going for the reload, the door getting shut. Flashback arriving on that side as he sends out the shot, starts to try to get a kill. Mild amount of damage is all that he will find. Checks behind on the flank, nothing spotted. Spang gets himself up on top of Jen. Okay, weapon is recovered. Flashback, the Vandal in hand, but so much work to be done. Recon pings 1, but instantly the weapon is going to be lost. Swing out, no shots found. Cryo survives the round. 3 kills again for him as 100 Thieves. Lock in 11, just 2 away from pushing us the breeze.
Yeah, stepping out into a bunch of guns right there and just hoping that you can find Cryo and finish what Buzz started, but nobody could. I mean, again, just fantastic stuff here from 100 Thieves, just working the map pretty well and, kind of finding the openings. Even though they take a dink from Buzz, there's somebody there instantly to trade. And that's great. That's, again, good teamwork, good coordination. Yeah, Flashback doing a good job lurking out in the open, finds a kill for himself, but otherwise, things are pretty handily dealt with by 100 Thieves. They're just really just kind of dissecting DRX, winning their duels, winning their trades, keeping DRX really off balance with some utility that kind of catches them off guard, it seems like at times. And again, in some ways, this might be a little bit expected with DRX, with the change-up in agents and that kind of thing. Definitely, we're seeing some of that with Stacks and the Sova play. But absolutely, 100 Thieves, you gotta like what you're seeing. You gotta like to see this nice bounce back after a rough loss on map 1. They look really, really good. Buzz with the op though now. Let's see if he can kind of mimic some of what we saw from Cryo.
Up his help, but Stacks gonna fall. Cryo pushing up there into market. Reapproached after taking out that plot, but Flashback sees the elbow. Swings out enough just to get a shot into the chest, finds the kill. Foxy9 now having to back away as the no command gets popped over a tree. Mako trying to hold the line, trying to put them down. Suspects that there's going to be another one approaching from Mana. Now he's going to be paranoid. Stuck in an awkward position. Foxy9 managed to find Asuna. Now Bang going to be taken down. Foxy re-swings back. Jen finds another. Ring around the rosy here. As EU just looks for a target. Sends out the dart. A fake on the res. Flashback will find him. Win streak broken. DRX do manage to get themselves their first defending side round win.
That's a really big one for DRX. At least able to stop the bleeding for now, but damage may be already too far out of it. Stack's still a little bit off here on this map. Flashback though, good for it. And then able to work this corner. I thought EU might be able to get this done for a moment there. I thought he was really kind of feeling it. He looked like he was really engaged in that moment. Might be able to pull it off, but a good hold from DRX. Able to keep that round under control. Buzz still with the op. Push out, take care of the turret for flashback. But no further transgressions to be found. Cryo has been so good here individually. One-on-ones been absolutely incredible. Just want to get that alarm bot done. Nobody going to peek off of it.
It's a drone going to be sent by Stacks. Checking out mid. Counter drone over here in B. Spots one. I don't think they really noted Flashback's position. Tries to turn from the flash. One over at Switch, and now he's going to be pinged. I think now they know where he's at, but it doesn't matter because Stacks is making up for some of the failings of his Sova, but is still able to rifle. Mows down 3. Flashback collects the other 2. It's a flawless round for DRX to string 2 together. 4 more to go to tie it up. Still a long ways away.
And like we saw in the previous half with 100 Thieves when they were punishing DRX, this one, DRX is getting a lot of space. They're completely through short A. They completely know that mid is open, not only because of Stacks checking it with the bot, but there's follow-up players moving in there. So this makes it a little bit easier for mentally for Stacks and Flashback to kind of fall back, to play this fighting retreat, to tuck into that cubby, to not over-reveal themselves. Really good patience there by Flashback shown in those moments. Never overextended himself, never gave 100 Thieves much of an opportunity to shut him down, and that's the Stacks we've been looking for, the Stacks that we saw in Lotus.
Right here.
With those crispy, clean shots. Now back over to the A site.
Down, drone in, dashboard. Mako not getting flashed there. Stabilizes the aim, does manage to find one elimination, but Foxy9 and Mako both going to be taken out. Off shot.
You should run.
Looking to try to take down Cryo, unable to do so. Buzz tucking away here into the corner. Do they read this? Very small margin that he's working with right now to try to pick somebody off. He needs somebody to try to swing into that one. Sees the elbow. Can he get enough? Yes, he can. Fight going to be interrupted, but now they know exactly where he's at, and they're able to burn him down through the box. The counter.
Planted.
Lockdown now invested here from Flashback. TP out to safety from Bang. Hunter's Fury from Stacks, looking for a target.
Ooh.
It's the connection on the one. Nature going to be taken down. Flashback finds Cryo. Bang rotating around the side. Stacks spotting him, forces him back. Just needs to try to stave him off, stop him getting through the door. His flashback, he's gonna try to hold it, he's gonna hold it again! Not again! Flashback just does not stop!
Bang hasn't learned. It happened to him on Lotus, and it happens again.
Stuck to it like glue. Bang once again, thinking this guy is going to back off. I've killed his teammate, but Flashback doesn't give a damn.
It's unbelievable. I thought for sure that Bang was going to peek there. That's why I said you got to pull off, because I thought he was going to. Look at Buzz, man. Buzz
Getting
is
giddy.
I love it.
Oh, that one's gonna sting, but 100 Thieves need to shake it off. They're still in such a good position.
Take flight.
Well, now
2 rounds is all they need.
Yeah.
One more, and they at least guarantee themselves some overtime play at the very least.
You felt like the momentum was so heavily in favor of 100 Thieves that DRX just didn't feel like anything was going their way in terms of, feeling their shots or being in the right positions at the right time. But now they're starting to get there. Now they're starting to feel their mental. They're starting to feel their mechanics. But this Blade Storm could be deadly. Asuna on the other side of that wall.
Peek off the back of that flash and pulls away moments before they would have seen each other. And this was a big concern for DRX before, leaving that market open.
Yep.
It's wide open at the moment. There's 3 players pushing forward. The spike, however, not with them, and Flashback still sat here in B main.
Well, this Killjoy setup for Flashback isn't for this push.
No,
And he
it's
just
not.
got paranoid.
The rush is starting to come through. Flashback, he isolates it. That's going to be the spike down. They know where he is at. He's just going to see stuck into the corner for the timing.
Oh.
Stacks fighting one. Buzz arriving with the knives. Looks for a second kill. Cannot find him. Stacks will be able to get one. Flashback gets a piece as well. And DRX shut it down. The setup wasn't there, but the response was perfect.
I thought this was going to be really potentially powerful here, 400 Thieves, but DRX is able to stem, this onslaught quick enough and long enough, and Flashback wins his duel even though he gets paranoid. The timing there for Nature is just a little bit too long. It took him a little bit too long to get around that corner, and therefore by the time he got there, Flashback either dodged the paranoia, I'm not exactly sure, or it had just worn off by that point. But he wins that duel, and then the counter paranoia from Mako is beautiful. Shuts things down, and a little bit of frustration starting to come through for 100 Thieves. It looked like this map was done and dusted. They'd won 4 in a row to start this half, but now DRX has answered with 4 in a row of their own.
They're still not out of it. 100 Thieves, they're still the ones in this driver's seat, but DRX are trying to wrest control of the wheel away from them. A timeout called to try to right the ship here. Stop this run back from coming through.
Yeah.
DRX been on a hot streak with these last several.
It's so swingy. I mean, it's just crazy how these round streaks seem to be put together by both of these teams, and the momentum changes that just seem to kind of happen almost seemingly out of nowhere. Taking one big play or one round where there's a small mistake or somebody has holds a defuse, the other player doesn't think about it, or it's a huge multi-kill, and all of a sudden the other team is just right back in the saddle. Just going full speed. Flashback is having a really strong performance here now that we switched over. Both of our Killjoys having really good performances on both sides of the map. And now Flashback making this B site very, very challenging, and it's a good bailout from DRX to help Flashback out as he's stuck in B main.
He's buying down a little bit heftier than the other players on his team here.
Yeah.
But widely, we did see the previous tactical timeout called by 100 Thieves resulted in a win. Zix was able to course correct after that one. So if not here, if DRX do make it to double digits, I suspect that there's still a plan laid out for that next round as well. Mako sending out Paranoia, does get pinged.
That's a big piece of utility lost early here for DRX. So, I like what 100 Thieves is doing here. They're putting pressure into mid, trying to keep DRX pinned. Oh, but a lot of attention put at short.
The jump over there from Stacks, spotting several there in mid. Takes a little bit of damage through the wall. Spike gets passed around. Mako rotating now up in towards heaven. Buzz not too far away. Flash lands at Cryo's feet, gets the full blind. There's only one more in the inventory here of Boxing 9, and he's going to start backing away. It forward to the Paranoia, crashing through, doesn't hit him. Swing out for the moment. Mako not finding the connection. Peeks again, but now needs to be careful as Buzz is rushing down into the site, covering fire, starts coming across as Mako cleans up 2. Foxy as well gets a piece of the action.
Oh.
Headshot is in EU. Some scary moments there for DRX, but widely, they still hold on. And Buzz.
What is Buzz doing?
He's doing his best Lockie impersonation, but he's got a damn op in his hand, which is recovered and carried forward. But the heroes of that one, Mako and Foxy 9, just breaking down 100 Thieves on that approach. And now we are just 1 round separated from being tied up. But again, this is the full buy. This is 100 Thieves at maximum power coming into the round.
I think Buzz felt like he was entering there. He's like, oh, I got to get on the ground and cause distractions.
I'm the Jet.
I'm the Jet.
I have to go in first.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, Cryo.
Okay, Cryo.
He's
Fantastic
so good.
opener, and he's already pushed forward here. The off shot, not connecting the dash back, but he hasn't checked the right side. Flashback, managing to find the kill. Backs away the Paranoia, crashes across. Gets himself over into Alley. The flash connecting. He's going to try to push up the back of that one, managing to find the kill. Tries to turn to get the other one, but also already dead. Flashback, Foxy 9, both going to be following. Suddenly we find ourselves here in a 2v2. The spike situated over towards Switch. Mako noting him for just a brief little moment, but not enough information to try to set up for a wallbang shot.
Mako's got full utility.
Buzz
Paranoia.
in such a rough position being stuck here. No weapons nearby for him to pick up. It's all on this op.
And he's got 2 angles he's got to worry about. Mako had to go check.
They have a nano. They've got 2 darts plus the recon to try to flush him out. Recon goes out first.
What an angle.
Nothing
left.
spotted. On the jiggle. EU taken down. Tries to go for the killjoy. Can't make it happen. Swaps over the shorty in hand. The push comes in and Buzz shuts it down. 3 kills on his lonesome in the back of the site. Buzz carries DRX to a tied scoreline of 11-11.
Unbelievable stuff here from Buzz. What a dodge of that recon dart, and what a shot on the jiggle peak of EU. Just absolutely brilliant. All on his own, because Mako had to go and check. They weren't 100% sure if somebody had gone into B main and wanted to come from a flank angle. So Buzz is left on his own to get it done, and get it done he does. One of the best shorty players in the world is Buzz. Loves it more than just about anybody. Shows you why. Well, yeah, something comes to mind.
Nature just trying to jiggle the corner here with that Sheriff. Get a shot across, flashback. Using the turret here as a pseudo bodyguard. Void's taking damage so far, gets a couple shots through. One of those to the head, just through the corner of the wall. Flashback, advancing forward. Nature still fancying his odds, but he will get taken down. The crowd roars are starting to get louder. Mako perfectly poised for Cryo, for Asuna. He moves up into the cloudburst and he burns them down. The headshot on the EU. And Mako will finish it with a 4K. The gentle giant roaring into this round as DRX get themselves up to 12.
Wow, Mako coming to life now. And DRX one away from flipping the script here on Ascent, from sending 100 Thieves home, from sending themselves into the semifinals to face Fnatic. And Mako, when you need him most, he might be having a rough day, but now he's at even KD. Money's abound, and Odin gonna be coming through in a flash and dash.
Oh, here comes the tiles crunch, the El Clasico play. 2 quick kills coming through as EU and Nature gonna be taken down, and Mako punches in onto Cryo. He does get eliminated. Bang, able to find the kill. The flash out from Foxy 9 puts the spike down on the floor. Sax here, the ult popped in towards the B site. Drone sees nothing, but Sax is here. He'll hear the tap, and they have a lockdown to utilize here.
What a play here from Bang.
Bang has been so good across these last 2 days. Can he clutch it up to take us into overtime?
Absolutely insane.
At the ready, but there's util in hand. Sax will be the finisher. The defuse will come in, and they might be named the Thieves, but I feel like they got robbed. 2 fantastic starts in both maps, but DRX run it all the way back to victory.
Just what a comeback for DRX. What tenacity they've shown here today, going down both times on both maps, and just eventually